Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Ian Van Zan, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. Look who's back.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
Did you miss me? Back. Did you miss us? Did you miss us?
Booyaka shot. Bang, 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 bang.
What's good, beautiful people?
What's good?
Welcome, world. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. This is the official Man Cave Morning Show.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
BKS1
Morning somewhere.
Radio. Yes. BKS1 Radio. Shout out to everybody watching us live, Facebook. BKS1 Radio TV on YouTube.
Boom.
Yes. Let me introduce my partner, my man, 50 Grand, and together we got the plan. We call him what?
Deacon Woo. What up? Miss y'all.
I'm just humbly stormed on the general.
El Jefe.
Just happy to be alive, happy to be back, man.
Dig it.
Wow. Big week for me this week. Having our anniversary cookout at the house. Old school theme.
Old school
70s,
jammy jam.
70s, 80s, 90s. Old school theme. Shout out to my girls that's coming through, people coming through. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like a limited invite, having a cookout at my house, whatever like that. But people were supposed to hit us up. RSVP, hit my inbox. Norm coming through. Blah blah blah. Sandy, I'm coming through. But we're gonna have a good time this weekend, man.
It's the Man.
Good people, food, drinks, music, fun. What more can you ask for?
Dig it.
Yes. Shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. A lot of people been hitting me up, asking me about the show and everything. Shout out to Kim Sharif. Diva, what's good? Shout out to Muhammad. What's that? Muhammad Shafee. I don't want to mess up nobody's name. Shout out to Tracy Curry. Shout out to my man Cass, Kimmy Brown, everybody on the check-in. Listen, right now we're going to go in. You know how we do it. Share the show out right now. Click that share button. Click the daggone share button. We are back
with a nuanced conversation.
Now you already know because we haven't been here for a minute.
Right.
We got to talk about Bill. But real combo about Bill. Not
nuanced
the combos everybody else been having.
That's right.
And everything like that. We also going to talk about this Mount Laurel, New Jersey races because it's too close to home for me.
Right.
Real talk, it's too close to home.
It's your neck of the woods.
Woo, I'm telling you.
That's your people.
When I saw this, well, actually, it's close. No, yeah, it's closer to me.
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm in the hood, bro.
But so y'all know the story. What's this guy's name? Hold on, let me get his name right, man.
Very red, white, racist guy. That's his name.
That's what we call him.
Red,
that's
white,
how we
racist
doing
guy.
it.
Yeah.
His name is Edward Cagney Matthews. Y'all remember the name?
Cagney
I wish I had his address like everybody else did.
Yeah, he said it. He said it out there.
So, in case y'all not familiar, we're gonna show y'all the clip. So we've been dealing with the Karens. Did they ever come up with a name for guys that's like a Karen?
I would say Ken. Like
Kens,
from Barbie and Ken.
Karens, whatever.
All that.
They even got a movie coming out now called Karen.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
it looks horrible. It looks horrible.
You know what? I don't know. I'm not going to judge it yet because shout out to my girl, Jasmine Burke. She's in it. She's a great actress.
Respect Jasmine Burke.
Shout out to Corey Hardick, that's married to the Maori girl.
All right.
Corey's in it, whatever like that. They good actors. So I don't know.
Okay. I just didn't like the clip. No disrespect to the actors.
It might be good.
Okay.
So there's a movie coming out. It's on BT. Coming out on BT. It's named Karen. Right? So we're going to talk about Ken now. Now we're going to talk about Ken.
Fat Ken.
Yeah.
Coming from Fat Dawood.
Evidently this dude.
F you.
rolled up on a neighbor's lawn. He's known for spitting racial epithets, and you know, and
in 2021, sir,
yeah,
you don't
2021, say. He's known for saying stuff out of pocket, right? So we're gonna play the clip. Let me get the clip, man.
Let's see this fool.
Yeah, I got the clip right here.
Let's go to
so
the
let's check out the clip real quick and listen to this fool and talk about this guy.
And his name is Brandon. You know, fucking welcome. Come yo, no, you want to know why I'm going after him? I don't care. I don't give a shit. So why you here? I don't give a shit. So why you here? I don't give a shit. Then get the fuck out of here then. I don't give a shit. Put your hands on me one more time. Oh, you put your hands on me. Come close to me. Come close to me. Right there. I know, right there. Come close right there. The rolling jerseys, back up. Come close to me. Back up. Keep backing up. Back up. Don't touch me. Keep backing up. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Vito, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Fucking nigger. Fucking bastard. That's right. Yeah. My parents are both dead. Yeah, what the fuck? My parents are both dead too. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Nothing. What you gonna do? Nothing. All what you do is harass all people. That's all you know how to do. These motherfuckers are taking all the fucking money. I don't give a shit. Well then shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up, monkey. White monkey. Motherfucker. You're right. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do shit. Touch him. Touch him. That's all I want you to do. Touch him. Suit up for you. Touch him. That's all I want you to do. Touch him. I know better. Oh, good, you know better. Get the fuck out of here. I got you 3 times. Touch I don't give a shit. Don't worry. I don't give a shit about you. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to wait for the cops to show up, and that's called assault. Yes, wait for them to come here. Wait for them. We will. Yes, keep waiting. I am. You walk on someone's property. This isn't their property, you dumb fuck. You dumb fuck. This is their property. No, this is common ground, you dumb, ignorant nigger. They have rights over no, they don't. Yes, they do. They don't have any right. Get the fuck out of here. No right. This is called common ground. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
So there's a part.
That's all you know how to do. Walk up, harass all people.
Okay.
Nobody's harassed anybody. Yes, you have been.
Yes, it's the part he gave his address. I don't know if it's on the script.
I don't give a shit. Everything I don't give a shit. I want to have a conversation. I do not give a shit. If you don't give a shit, then get the fuck out of here. I don't give a shit about you. I give a shit about them. So you get the fuck out of here. Okay. I have every right to be here like you do. Oh, yeah. Just like he does right here. This is called common property. I don't care. Okay, well, if you don't care, walk away. Learn your laws. Walk away. It's not Africa. Oh, this is Africa. I was born in America. Well, so you know what's common ground. What's common ground? I don't give a shit about you. If you don't give a shit.
So, boss, the clip I saw as I was driving on 78 here, he was like, effing niggers and blah, 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 blah. And my address is blah, 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 blah. The next clip after he gave his address, there was a crowd of people, black and white, and there was music under the clip saying, "Try Jesus, not me." And they were throwing water on him and letting him know how dissatisfied they were with his actions. So I couldn't find the clip. I did everything I could to find the clip. But you very red, bald, racist.
So he said something to the effect of, if y'all want to do something,
come
something
see about
me.
it.
My address is XXX Mount Laurel.
Right.
Yeah. Why did he do that?
Next clip.
Why did he do that?
It was 1,000 people in front of his house.
Yeah. Let's run that clip. So he gave out his address, being a tough guy. You know, talking about if y'all want to do something about it, come check me. So what did they do?
They came to check him.
They came and checked him.
Black and white together.
Yes. Everybody came to
check him.
This is his crib.
No.
Because he was dumb enough to give his address.
He gave his address.
Stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is live right now.
They're not having it, man. And see, I gotta applaud this.
As do I.
I gotta applaud this because
as do I.
It was white, black, brown, Latino.
We ain't having it.
Yes. Asian, everybody, they wasn't having it, man. This is in Mount Laurel. And it's like the moral of the story is don't give your damn address out if you know you really ain't about it. If you ain't about it and you're not really that tough guy, that you portraying to be, super racist, whatever, don't give your address out. They stepped to him. I wish I could find this other clip where he had this one-on-one. This one dude made him go get the police report. Made him go in his house and get the police report.
Wow.
And because he apologized. There's a clip now with him apologizing.
Oh, really?
And saying what he did was wrong. Yeah, I was watching that. I was watching that today. I'm gonna find it before this show's over.
All right.
But when I seen this, bruh, and when I saw everybody step to him, I said, you know what? Times have changed.
Times are changing.
Yes. Shout out to Revy D. Said he definitely did Norman. They showed up. Tiffany Barker said, love that show up. Yes. Facts. Shout out to Kim Sharif. She said, how is his walkway not private property?
Right.
Facts. Yeah, and it's crazy. It's crazy because when I watched the clip of the police report, the dude actually showing his police report, it was saying like all the different racial slurs that he said in the police report.
Oh, they read the words out?
Right. So now they want to hold Mount Laurel police accountable for not handling him properly. So they wanted some fairness in the way they handle him. Like he should be booked, he should be this.
So he was not arrested.
He should be charged with a hate crime. They want him to be charged with a hate crime.
Yes.
And so that's what they're trying to go after now. The community, get him charged with a hate crime. So I guess eventually this is going to result in what? Him losing his job.
Yeah, probably get canceled, disrespected, lose his job. He might be charged. We'll see.
Yeah. Shout out to Lee Smith. Lee said his energy was way different when the brother confronted him one-on-one. Yeah, very different. Very different.
General, he said you nigger. He said you monkey. They were going at
They were going back and
forth. That African brother wasn't having it.
But the crazy thing is, man, it's like, again, this is so close to home to me. And I'm like, yo, man, this is all around us.
Yes.
But it was great. The great part of the story is everyone that showed up and spoke out against it.
Well, the great part about it wasn't us getting angry and complaining, but the entire community showed up. Black, white, people of all stripes to stand up to say, listen, we're not having it, period. And it's refreshing to me because so many times our community is not listened to. Don't worry about it. He's not going to be charged. The police came. They charged them. And the brother stood up for the elderly people there, and the police did not come and assault the brother or shoot the brother. A lot of times when there's a conflict between a black man and a white man, the cops is like, black guy, bang, bang. So things are starting to change in the ether, and I'm heartened to hear that fact.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to everybody on checking, man. Shout out to Tiff. Tiff said he should be charged with a hate crime. Listen, they better do something because if not, the community will turn up again.
Yes.
And then Tiff said when they hit him with that BLM flag, I got my life. Yo, Kim Cherie said, Diva said, as he should be charged. He just kept acting like it was okay.
Right.
He was bold when he walked up on the gentleman. Yeah, he was real bold. And
Curry Tracy, them people pulled the F up.
Yeah, they pulled up. He said, pull up. He said, pull up to the crib. He gave out his...
And they did. The people pulled
address.
up.
They pulled up.
Yes.
Again, man, I'm clapping it up for them pulling up.
I love to see idiots get their comeuppance.
Yeah.
Clown.
But I just love the unity part about it.
I do too.
Shout out to Soups was good. The unity part about it for me was just awesome. There needs to be more of that. I'm seeing a lot of craziness going right now. Especially, I just had a conversation yesterday about Juneteenth versus 4th of July.
Speak on it, boss.
So for this to happen, we seen this whatever on the 4th of July or whatever. It shows you really how far we really didn't come. How far we really didn't come. You know what I'm saying, with all this going on. And I never feel the need to celebrate 4th of July. I just never feel the need to celebrate it again.
Oh yeah, that's
to
done.
Celebrate it again. Juneteenth is our day. Was it June 19th?
17th. 17th.
It's the 10th. Something.
The 10th. Right.
Juneteenth.
It's not in July, sir.
That's just the day we celebrate.
Right.
And
so we cook out in June, not July.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So if you cooking out on that day, it's just a cookout.
Right. It's just a cookout.
It's just
a cookout.
In time
family gathering,
your family, friends, and everything like that.
But Juneteenth is our day. It's a federal holiday, sir.
And July 10th is going to be my cookout.
And July 10th should be a holiday, sir.
Yes. Yes. Me and Sandy is celebrating 5 years of being married.
Congratulations.
And we also just going to have a good old school time, man. Music, 70s, 80s, 90s, and just a blast. We're going to have a great time that day. It's really it's limited invites for those that RSVP and that I know are coming. And everything, and know my address and whatever like that. So we're gonna have a good time.
I support your union. I support Black Love. You are a wonderful example. What's possible to be in love with? Black. It's a beautiful.
We
thing,
trying.
Brother. That's
trying.
right.
No doubt. Shout out to Harold Malone, DJ Big H. What's good? Amos Crude Up. What's good? Shout out to Lee Smith. Lee Smith said, "Norman, rest in peace." To Albert Hendricks. Oh my God, Winky. Yeah, man, Winky passed. I got to find out when his service is and everything. Rest in peace, Winky. Good brother.
Respect.
He was a great citizen in the city of Plainfield, man. Good guy, very talented musician as well as just good people, good friend, fam. That's just like Plainfield fam to everybody, man. I grew up. I learned some things from the brother. Went in his studio. Recorded at his studio. He came in mine, and just good people, man. And Winky, you're going to be missed, bro. And the community need more people like you. Prayers and condolences to the family of Albert Hendricks, a.k.a. Winky. Rest well, my brother.
Rest in peace, bro.
No doubt. Lee said his service is Friday. Thank you, Lee. Shout out to Miss Drake on the check-in. Yes, Soup said love and prayers to the family.
Dig it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot going on now. One of the things we wanted to talk about, and this is why we did a pop-up show today.
Yes,
we didn't forewarn you guys that we were coming back.
Didn't produce it. We just
popped up like yo. Yeah, it's like yo. We got to talk about Cos, man. We got to talk about Cos.
Right.
So as we all know, Bill Cosby's out. He's free after 2 years. We can applaud it, or we can not applaud it, right? Because everybody feels different about this situation. And one thing I've learned to do, especially with doing BKS over the years, is respect everybody's view and opinion on things. So, the Supreme Court, they saw a lot of wrongdoing with the prosecution's case and how they handled the case. And so they basically overturned the decision which released Bill Cosby from jail. Now, they didn't do their due diligence when it came to the case.
Yep.
So a lot of people got to, there were people, a lot of us were applauding. Mm-hmm. Clap it up. Bill is out. He free. Finally, Felicia Rashad jumped on Instagram and said a terrible wrong has been made right. And then Felicia Rashad got attacked for making that statement. Now, here's the problem I got with us. Some of us, not all of us, we went on the attack to Felicia Rashad. And I love Felicia Rashad. But we went on the attack because you know why? Because we didn't take the time to understand what she was trying to say. Now, a terrible wrong has been made right. Here's the thing. When it comes to court or any court process, you're innocent until proven guilty. And there's certain guidelines and rules you as a prosecutor have to follow. So basically, the system, they didn't do their due diligence. The prosecution didn't do their due diligence. And Felicia Rashad, when she came out and made that statement, she was basically referring to the system. Not to none of Bill's actions or non-actions. She was referring to the system and being treated fairly. right? Because on the flip side, if it had been a white celebrity, all right, they would have got fair treatment all the way around, 9 times out of 10. So the people that went on attack to Felicia Rashad, and even the mother, Janet Hubert from Fresh Prince,
right?
She tried to tear Felicia a new butthole. You know what I'm saying? She tried to tear her apart and everything based on her statement, because we just jumped at it real quick. Now, and let me say this and then go with it. We know daggone well Felicia Rashad is a champion and a defender of any type of sexual assault or rape victims. All right, for real victims. For real victims. She always stood up against stuff like that, and always took a stance, and always was a champion when it came to victims of rape or sexual assault. So the fact that we attacked her, I think people jump to conclusions. Now go ahead.
So Felicia is a dean at Howard University, and the people were saying, hey, listen, you're responsible for young women. Mm-hmm. How could you possibly come out to support, someone that we believe is guilty of improper behavior with women? Mm-hmm. I personally see both sides. I like Felicia Rashad. I don't think she should be removed from her post. I think she has a right to an opinion. That said, when you are a public figure and you dig up your nose and sneeze and make any type of stance,
right,
the culture that we live in now with social media and everyone having an opinion, they're going to jump to it. So if you're a celebrity and you're not familiar with this fact, you need to go ahead and get familiar with it. Cancer culture is real. Twitter fingers and Facebook and everyone having an opinion, just like Janet Hubert has an opinion, Felicia has an opinion. I don't think she should be removed from her deanship. For Felicia. I don't think she should be. I think she's a responsible community member. But that's where I am with that.
But here's the thing. Right away, Howard University came out and denounced what she said and everything. And
they didn't fire her.
Yeah. But here's the thing. And I'm going to quote Andre Kelly, a friend of mine. The hypocrisy is sickening, because throughout the years, Cosby has gave a lot of money to Howard University throughout the years. So now when he got charged and he got locked up and everything like that, and they gave back awards and medals and took back doctrines or whatever the case may be, they took all this stuff back from him. They didn't get back his money. Howard didn't. Howard University didn't get back his money. So that's what I mean by the hypocrisy. It's sickening. Give him back the millions, man. Why take his money? Why keep that money? And so I have a problem with the double standard. So no, you want to go on the attack about Felicia Rashad and basically, make her job be teetering on the borderline. You know what I'm saying? But you won't totally denounce the situation and give Bill back all his money and everything that he donated to the college.
On the other hand, you have to be cognizant of the media and the culture with which the context with which you move. If I were to come on here and say, hey, Israel, stop bombing Palestine, anti-Semitic, BKS1 is anti-Semitic, blah, 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 blah. So we all have to be cognizant when we're in the media of the possible backlash. You got to think, I'm going to use your word and be strategic, this, that, and the third. So it's a double standard. Yeah, there's hypocrisy. Okay, I see all of that. But in the time with which we live, we can, if you're going to go ahead and say something, you have to be prepared for the backlash. It's a lot of cancel culture that I'm not with. It's a lot of aspects of the Me Too movement, though I support women. It's a lot of aspects of the movement that I'm not with. So I called General up because I wanted to have a nuanced conversation.
Right.
Not a knee-jerk, not an emotional, not an unthought out, a nuanced conversation. So in the same way you could be like, yo, Palestine deserves to live. And it's like, don't say that, you're anti-Semitic, woo, 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 woo. When you start talking about sexual harassment and rape and stuff like that, there's a movement that's going to come out and attack you. That's the world we live in. Is it right? No. And you got to be cognizant of that. You a public figure. You're going to make your statements. Look, Janet Hubert was canceled at one time. Now she's not.
Right.
I don't think they're going to be able to cancel Felicia. That's my personal opinion. I think her track record speaks for itself. She has an opinion. She's expressing it.
And see, that's the thing. You got to understand, man. It's touchy. And my thing is, you can't get mad whether you think Bill did it or he didn't do it. I respect people that think Bill didn't do it, and I respect the people that think Bill did do it. And we got to ask ourselves, do what exactly? And then 30 years ago, this coming out. So we had these conversations before, and all this stuff is coming out now. Are there some opportunists in the mix? Possibly so. If it comes out to be true that Bill did it to just one person, actually did take advantage and sexually assault or rape one person, that one person is enough. Out of all those 70, if 69 is lying, but that one is telling the truth, that's still enough. You see, it's still enough. So, but my thing is, I don't know for sure. I really don't know for sure, and I can't front like I do. If he did it or he didn't do anything or whatever like that. I do know the culture back then was totally different. The whole culture back then for sex, drugs, and rock and roll was totally different back in that era. 30-something years ago, it was totally different. All right? And that groupie culture was totally different. It was at an all-time high back then. It's still at an all-time high, but back then it was even crazier. But go ahead. And then we're going to show this clip from Judge Joe Brown, and I want y'all to be honest about what you think about what Judge Joe Brown had to say in reference to this whole Bill Cosby situation. Go ahead, Will.
I called the show today because I want to have a nuanced conversation. I have people walking up to me, just about everyone I know, and says, he's innocent. No.
Shout out to Tracy.
No.
What's good?
There was malfeasance on the part of the prosecutor, and that was corrected on a legal basis. Okay? So when you say, you just need to go, he's innocent, it wasn't proved. Okay. So the piece of garbage that killed Trayvon Martin went to court, and legally they said he was not guilty. You tell me one black person that think, what's that fool's name? I forgot that idiot's name. He was selling a gun. The killer of Trayvon Martin that got off legally. So when you say, oh, that means you're innocent, no, that you got off. That's the first thing. Second thing, I was reviewing the transcripts on VanityFair.com with the first trial that they illegally brought that into the second trial when they were discussing him having prescriptions for drugs, him acknowledging that I use drugs to give to women for this type of behavior, et cetera, et cetera. Why I am here is because I want full accountability. I am aware of racism. I know he tried to buy NBC 26 years ago. I know his son died, and the man, and this and that and the third. If one person he did something to when they was unconscious, that's wrong.
Right.
Despite emotion, despite conspiracy theories, despite all of that, bruh, I'm not with that. I can have two ideas in my mind at the same time. I love the Cosby Show. I idolize Bill Cosby. As a matter of fact, when that show came in the air, I was in college, and it did a lot for my self-esteem and whatever. But just like R. Kelly, when I was listening to his music, knowing that he was married to Aaliyah, and I rocked out. I'm talking about me now. I ain't talking about nobody else. I ain't talking about no listeners and nobody that's going to call. Listen, bruh, if you did that thing which 60, 70, 80 women said you did, and there's and it's being used by racists and people that want to tear the community down, I agree with that 100%. My brother, if you a man that's having sex with an unconscious woman, to Dawood, not BKS1, that's rape. And we as a people want to hold on to our heroes because we're so bereft of hope that anyone that's successful, We just hold on. And I want to have a nuanced conversation about should we change that practice in the 21st century, because times are different. And hoe culture and groupie culture, and you asked for it, and you came to his room at 3 o'clock in the morning, this, that, and the third. I agree with all of those things. But I also agree that abuse isn't abuse. Last thing, I also agree. I'm buck naked, the woman buck naked, we having fun, kissing and hugging, and the woman go, no. And I'm sitting there buck naked like bang.
Right.
If she say no.
Right. See, we
gotta stop.
We gotta have two conversations though, right? And this is real talk. We gotta have two conversations, right? Because you mentioned groupie culture, which I know a lot about.
There are groupies, yes, of course.
Yeah, I know a lot about that culture, and that I've been around it a lot. And I've seen some horrific things. So when you talk about, we got to hold ourselves accountable for our actions. That's true. Like Bill has to hold himself accountable for his actions regardless, right? So my thing is, the second part is we have to start putting ourselves in positions for things like this to happen.
Got to be strategic.
And this is on both sides.
Absolutely.
With women and the men.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You got some women out there that take advantage of men too.
Absolutely.
That take advantage of men too. We have to start putting ourselves in a position to where you even going to be in that room 3 o'clock in the morning. 1. 2, if you know if you like drugs, let's keep it 100. If you like drugs and you like taking drugs, you like getting high, you like popping mollies, whatever, you like drinking, you like getting drunk, right? You really can't stop putting yourself in a position, to be around, someone just because they have what you're looking for. And some of these women probably wasn't even looking for sex. They were probably looking for drugs. Look at the era. We talking about that Studio 54 era. You know what I'm saying? 30 years ago. Look at the era again. And some there are women that like to get high, just like there are men that like to get high, that will hang around somebody just because they could supply their needs. And I'm keeping it 100. Bill, famous, got money. He can get them all the drugs they wanted for those that wanted the drugs or whatever the case may be. So that's partially, could be some of the reason why they were with him 3 a.m. in the morning. Or, yeah, come on back to my place. Come on back to my hotel. Okay, Bill, you got any, I don't even know drugs names. You got any Percocet, what they used to call them, Quaaludes?
Quaaludes, yeah.
You got any Quaaludes? You got any Ludes? You got any Coke? You got any Blow? You got any this? You got any that? Whatever. Oh, of course, I can get it, whatever the case may be. And they roll him back to his hotel room. Stop putting yourself in these positions. I'm just saying.
So,
real talk. We know Bill need to be held accountable, but groupies, ladies, stop putting yourself in these positions where you're around that atmosphere that can create a rapey environment. Real talk.
So I personally don't feel the need to make that argument because I always make it. That's my stance. That's why whatever. What I'm talking about is if we're talking about responsibility, I want responsibility on both sides. Because whenever a woman comes out, the first thing they do, you asked for it, you shouldn't have been this, you shouldn't have been that. I don't got to say that because my community says that knee-jerk like that. So I don't need to make that argument. And I don't need to make the argument, don't come to nobody's room at 3 o'clock in the morning. I've been with my partner Norm for years and years and years, and I always say that. What I'm saying, perhaps a very rich and very powerful man that we all loved, all of us adored, looked up, he was America's dad, that like the Pied Piper, as a people that we are, we follow. And all I'm saying is, bruh, just like those women have to be held accountable, that guy got to be held accountable. So I'm looking at a pattern. I was around in the 90s when R. Kelly was doing all kind of stuff. And you know what I did? Stop in the name of love. That's what I did. I rolled hard with him, even though there was evidence contrary. My cognitive dissonance said, I love him. He's a black man. They're trying to get him. And I knowingly knew something about someone and still supporting him. I'm saying It is time for us to become nuanced and intelligent. That's the first thing. The second thing is none of us is perfect. So miss me with Dawood, you're not perfect. Miss me with, you do bad things too. Let me tell you what I don't do. I don't have sex with unconscious people.
Facts.
And I'm on that part. I'm not on the whole, he tried to buy NBC and they killed his son and they did this and they did that. Bruh, you're looking rapey, bruh. And a lot of people came out and they're groupies and the white man's against you and this and that and the other. Nuance, see? Have more than one idea in my head at the same time. Or as Chris Rock said, my uncle raped me, but he sent me to college too. See how that go? It's good he sent you to college. It's bad that he raped you. And we as a people have to grow up and take responsibility that if we're going to support these leaders or celebrities or whatever, then we got to keep them accountable.
But see, and another thing too is, listen, I've been around celebrities enough to see when they abuse their power, right? And so it's a two-way street. One, the groupies, which the groupies are very well organized, by the way. Groupies are very well organized.
Holes in different area codes, bro.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
And very strategic.
Yeah, of
and they even have
course.
meetings. You think I'm joking?
Holes in different area codes.
They even have meetings. And when you see the whole like groupie training camp, remember the Chris Rock movie when he was president?
Yeah.
Whatever. And they had the training camp for the hoes.
And Robin Gibb was whole, I love you.
Yeah. And they had the training camp for the hoes, and they were training to be hoes or whatever. And it's like, that is real. I am not joking. That is real. I know there are organizations like that will tell you, oh, LeBron takes this plane at 2 p.m. He gets off the flight at 4 p.m. He's going to the Marriott Hotel at 5 p.m. Then he has lunch at 12 p.m. and blah, blah, blah. They got the whole itinerary in their phone of where celebrities going to be at, where celebrities going to go, whatever. And they got a whole plan. And my thing is, there's two sides to every story, especially when it comes to this Bill Cosby thing. Believe that. And there are the real victims in this Bill Cosby situation. And there are also the predators in this situation that are being played by another predator.
Absolutely.
You feel me? I'm going to say that again. There's predators in this situation that are being played by another predator. Now, was Bill a predator in some of these situations? Out of 70 women or whatever that came for it? I'm quite sure he was. But there were predators on the other end too, trying to get something out the whole situation too. And we have to have the real conversation about that. All right? We have to have the real conversation about that. There were real victims in this situation, and there were predators in this situation. Both.
So here's my conversation. I'm with maturity. Maybe last year I was on the air, and I was yelling about WAP, right? The
WAP.
WAP. There you go. WAP. Right? And I was like, oh, you need to stop doing this and stop doing that. This is the same guy. One of my favorite songs when I was a young man was Bitches Ain't But Hoes and Tricks, blah, blah, blah. Okay. After you get finished calling me a hypocrite for rocking out to that song, I still rock out to it. And speaking against WAP, I have matured. I am older. I am wiser. And if I'm on a platform, pardon me if I'm like, yo, that's not cool. It was cool, but now it's no longer cool. I have evolved. Listen, that's sexist. Yo, sister, stop degrading yourself. If we can use our platforms to degrade ourselves, promote pimp culture, promote violence, promote ignorance, promote drug use, to promote self-destruction, if one person, black man, stands up and goes, that's wrong, the first thing out of my people's mouth is, you, Dawood, you did wrong. How do you think I know how to speak out against wrong? I recognize it. Now, how would I recognize it? Because I did it. We have to evolve. We have to elevate. That means we have to take accountability on both sides. I do not need to spew the narrative. She asked for it. She knew what she was doing. My whole community does that. I'm saying when you idolize a person, as we all have done, look at them with the full view. Give them the bad, bruh. You cannot live your life like I'm just all good. I'm not all good. Oh, I'm perfect. I know what I'm talking about. When you look at Dawu, you look at my mistakes, and you look at the things that I do right. I don't want to talk about my mistakes. I don't want to talk about when I messed up. I don't want to talk about when I hurt somebody. I don't want to do that. But how can I talk about me if I don't talk about that? It's all part of it.
Quick question to the listeners and everybody listening for y'all in reference to this Bill Cosby thing. I just want to ask everybody just to see what you really feel about this. Does anybody think Bill gave them the pill unknowingly or gave them drugs unknowingly? Does anybody think Bill forced them to take the drug? I just want to know. I just want to answer on that. Does anybody think Bill's like, take this pill right now?
Like they allege that T.I. did. Allegedly.
Yeah. I just want to know, do you think these women unknowingly took the drug? Because we made jokes and memes, about if Bill make you a drink, don't drink it. Don't drink it, or whatever the case may be. Now, the reason why no. I know he did Lee. I know he admitted to giving them drugs. I'm just saying giving him drugs. Did he admit to giving them drugs and he didn't know about it? Because that, we not even talking about rape now, because that's a crime in itself.
Oh, of course.
If I drugged you, if I put something in your drink, your water, whatever the case may be, and you didn't know about it, that's a crime in itself, regardless. Phyllis said, no, I don't think. He said, take it. And Lee said he admitted to doing it. I read the transcript or something. Ingrid said 95.5% was with it. Yeah. 95.5% was with it.
Let's open up the phone lines.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Phone lines are open. Call in 646-233-1302. Oh, I got it. I don't even got the
That's
lines
right,
up.
baby. So while you're answering that question, because I believe he did, but I could be wrong. Here's my question. After the woman takes the drug, I want to take the drug. I want to do this and I want to do that. When that woman loses consciousness, there is no consent because you're unconscious. So watch this. Just hear me out. So the woman consents to having sex, okay? And the man goes, yeah. But perhaps she doesn't consent to a certain type of sex. And maybe she has bruising and bleeding and this and that and the third. And the man comes back and says, well, she consented to it. Yo, she didn't consent to you ripping her apart. She didn't consent to, anal, whatever the case may be. Once a person loses consciousness, there is no consent because you're unconscious. That's the first thing. Second thing, the story I told you half an hour ago, buck naked. Are you with it? Yes, I am. We both naked 3 o'clock in the morning in the hotel room. And the girl goes, I'm harder than Chinese checkers. Guess what that means? Cold shower, zip up my pants, booyah. That's what I'm talking about. So yes, groupie culture. Yes, chicks taking drugs. Yes, that's your baby. All of that. I don't have to take that side because black people take that side all the time when we hear about cases like that. Sound like to me, for some of them, not all of them, it was two creepy people, a creepy man and a creepy woman. All right, boom. But if it was one chick that was not with that, that's rape, sir.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Let me see. I think the phone lines are open. Y'all could try to call in. 646-233-1302.
Let's talk. We've been away for a while. We want to talk to you.
Somebody try to call in. 646-233-1302. Yeah, I want to make sure these lines is working.
Yeah, please. Let's open up the lines and let's talk about these stuff.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, hold on.
Telephone.
I'm working. Caller from the 404. State your name, where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Show. What's good?
Hey, this is Ingrid calling from Atlanta, so y'all know the line works.
Bootsy, what up?
What's going on, Ingrid?
Hey, I miss y'all.
Miss you
I'm so
too.
glad that you are back, making my work afternoons interesting again.
Right. No doubt. Now, what's going on? What's your take on this situation?
So my take is, I agree with both of you. Norm, I really agree with you. Like, it takes responsibility on both sides. Like you said, there's predators on both sides, right? So it's like how they say there's no honor amongst thieves and stuff, right? If you playing around and you doing that stuff, you can't really control, you can't predict what the outcome is going to be for you. Now, do I think that he unknowingly caught some people out there? I'd say maybe a small percentage. I was like, when I say 95/5, like 95% of those people was down with it. And I think there was a small percentage, because he had been doing this so often, right, that you've been getting away with it so much that, yeah, you probably did do that to some people, who wasn't down with it,
right,
and who didn't deserve it. So I would say, from my personal experience, like dealing with people, I've had experiences where I've had celebrities like, hey, I want to fly you out to LA, but they lay out the whole thing, right? They're like, hey, this is what the itinerary was going to do. I'm going to put you up in this hotel. We're going to do our thing. Then I'm going to take you shopping on Rodeo Drive. Then we're going to go back to the hotel and do our thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it wasn't a surprise, because I'm not that type of person. I was like, yeah, no, that's not my thing to do. So I turned it down. And I've also been on a side where I went out with a girlfriend and somebody had slipped the date rape drug in both of our drinks and stuff. And because of my street smarts, I was able to not get caught out there. So, to say that, hey, just because you was at the club, you brought it on yourself. There's two sides to every story.
Right. Facts.
Right. So I'm like, yeah, you do have victims, and then you do have willing participants. Right. His situation is not that he's been found innocent, like they say. He admitted to it, but he did not receive due process, and that's a problem with our legal system. Right. Where it's more about railroading people than anything else. Right.
And I hate to say it, this again, I still rock with Felicia Rashad, because I feel as though I know what she meant. She was basically talking about the system. Now, the sad part about it is this whole thing is bittersweet. The bitter part of it is that we're still not saying Bill was innocent.
There are a lot of people approaching me saying he's innocent.
The sweet part about it is that the Supreme Court, is finding these flaws in the system, and they're handling their business the way they should be handling it,
rather than railroading us the way they usually do.
Yeah. So at least we're starting to see that. That's the only sweet side to the situation. The bitter side is that most people still think Bill is guilty. Again, I say if he did it to just one person, that's more than enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's still guilty on that part. But what I want to see more of is women being more responsible too. Again, and not putting themselves in certain situations, like going to the hotel room with a dude 3 a.m, like just because you want to drink and everything is closed, or you want some weed because everything else is closed. You're just gonna go with some random dude 2 a.m. just because it's status, we got to start thinking differently. We got to start thinking more smart because we got sisters and cousins and aunts and nieces and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that they're protecting themselves.
So, you're absolutely right. Because I know that there was one time I was in Texas and we were hanging out with me and my coworkers trying to decide if we wanted to relocate there. We went to a club and we had a van because there was a lot of us. We drove from Atlanta. And when we were leaving the club, it was just a few of us that took the van out. But the Harlem Globetrotters, and this is the new age ones, not the older ones, right? They were at the club too, but their limo left them. So they was like, hey, can you guys give us a ride to our hotel and stuff? Our limo driver left us. So it was like, all right, sure, ain't no big deal. We just visited anyway. We got to the hotel and I had to use the restroom along with somebody else. So when they got out, right, we went to the hotel to use the restroom in the lobby. So, when you look in a hotel, they have those big windows. And, I only seen the front desk and stuff. By the time these men opened that door, there was a gang of women. They were hiding behind chairs and corners behind. It was literally like when you turn on a light at somebody's house who nasty and all the roaches start scattering and stuff. And I'm like, where were these people at? And they was grabbing onto them, going to their hotel room and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Like 100% that groupie culture is real.
It's very real. It's very real. And listen, my thing is I'm glad you called in and to hear you say some of the things. I love when females comment on this particular subject, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, us as men, we have to skate on certain things we say and the way we say it when it comes to a subject of sexual assault and rape. So a lot of times, this is why I listen. I do a lot of listening when it comes to females talking about this subject and women talking about this. So I'm glad you commented. Thanks for your comments, Ingrid. We appreciate you. We miss you,
Bootsy Judge.
Yes, please bring the music back. My T-shirt is collecting dust. That's all.
All right. The music is coming back. And again, y'all know Facebook be acting up. So again, we're gonna try to make the music come back real soon.
After the pandemic, the music returns.
Yes, it's going to return. All right.
Awesome. Well, you guys have a great afternoon. I'll just continue to be in the background enjoying the show.
Okay. All right. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate you.
So I want to go on record as a man. This is what I want to go on record as. Like I said, I don't have to raise the women be careful. Don't go to a man's room at 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't this and don't that. Remember when Trump was like, yo, I just grab him by the pee and that's how men talk. No, it ain't. I ain't never said, yo. So what I'm saying is, in the same way, I don't carry drugs in my pocket or put Mickeys in women's drinks or whatever. I'm from the old school, which is kick the bobo. Hey, Ingrid. Hey, Dawu. Hey, I like you. I like you too. Let's go out to dinner. Let's do this. Let's do that. That you get consent or that you take pride in the fact that when you lay with a sister, that she wants to lay with you. And that's a mutual understanding.
Come on.
That's what turns me on. That's what I'm attracted to when I say, wow, I really like this sister and I would really like to be with her.
Right.
And the sister goes, I would like to be with you too.
Right.
Now, what don't turn me on is unconscious like a bobblehead and blah, 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 blah. So my point of this conversation is to have a male voice saying, hey, not all of us think that way. Not all of us are predators. Not all of us are dangerous. You have to look out for us, yes, but we're not all that way. This idea that, hey, it is what it is. You're a thing. You're an object. I'm rich. I'm powerful. You know what I mean? I'm John F. Kennedy, and you Marilyn Monroe. Times have changed. Yeah. And as a culture, we have got to mature and aspire to higher character than we have been. I'm not saying all of us. I'm talking about this celebrity, I'm black, I got a lot of money, and I'm attractive and this, that, and the other. That means I can do whatever I want. Not anymore. Social media, everyone has an opinion, and the positive side of Me Too, not the negative. There's a lot of negative side. But the positive is that you're giving women voice and advocacy to say, listen, this is what happened to me.
Right.
I ain't with it.
Right. Let's listen to Judge Joe Brown talk to Mark.
You didn't.
Talk to Mark Lamont
Hill.
Lamont Hill. I said Mark.
Mark Lamont Hill.
Yeah, Mark Lamont Hill. Right.
Yeah, you said Mark Lamont. I said Hill.
Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
Hill.
Yeah, let's listen to Judge Joe Brown about his take on Bill Cosby.
Lord have mercy. And Buddha and Jesus.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
And let's really dissect what Judge Joe Brown is saying based on what we've been saying during this show. All right, let's go.
Judge Joe Brown, everybody.
And for acts of predator-like behavior.
What about these women being accountable for their own behavior? They were groupies. Well, sex, drugs, rock and roll, sex, drugs, rap, sex, drugs, baseball, football, basketball, movies, television. See?
Yeah, but right now I'm talking about Bill Cosby. I'm saying
we forgot what that term meant. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. The bimbos come to the party, they hang out, they get drunk, they snort lines of blow, and they have a good time. They use the hall closets to give head, the bathrooms to get down, and you go in to get your coat off of the bed, and they're laying on top of it doing somebody. See, that's what that's about. So,
yeah, but just, it has to be consensual, though.
30, 40, 50 years after something was in big-time style. When this stuff started out, the sexual revolution was going on. And a lot of women got into it deeply.
Okay, but so there's two things you raised. But first, let's talk about Bill Cosby. We can talk about the women, but let's talk about Bill Cosby. Let's talk about Bill Cosby for a second, because that's the person we're talking about. My question was, is there room to what did he do? Well, according to the deposition, he gave women pills, and in one deposition, he specifically said he didn't know whether.
Force it down their throat,
no, let me finish.
He didn't take advantage of them. Look at that interview Whoopi Goldberg did with that model Johnson. Whoopi got all so wait a minute. You're trying to tell me that when
Judge, let me
he
ask the
found
question.
out you were high, he called a cab, took the elevator down with you, put you in the cab, paid your fare, tipped the man, and sent you home because you were high? So what did he do?
So in one deposition, so Judge, in one deposition specifically, when he was asked the question, was he sure that the woman was sober enough to consent? He said, "I don't know." But there's a bigger question here: is if someone willingly takes pills and becomes high and drunk, can they legally consent?
Sometimes you can. Used to be you could. They had a change in there back 25 years ago when they were saying, no, you can't. But before that, basically, you could. That's why they told you.
But we're talking about the law. So then, Judge, again, since you're saying we should appeal to the law, if the law says that you can't be
intoxication where you did something to them they didn't consent to. See, that's when that law started changing from you got yourself drunk, you are responsible to know the bartender's responsible because he lets you get drunk. That's when that change started coming about.
Bill Cosby's admitting to giving women alcohol and pills for the purpose of having sex, and if by the law you can't consent if you're drunk or high
with what he's saying.
To dinner, or you have a party or something. So
yeah,
does
but
that
that's
make
not the same.
taking
That's irrelevant,
advantage
Judge.
of because they do something they would have done anyway? A whole lot of them I knew back in the years with
sexual assault, Judge.
particularly Quaaludes. They did that a lot.
Well, he's a judge, but so it's interesting to hear his take on it. I ain't gonna front. It's interesting to hear his take on it. But again, it goes back to what I was saying. Both parties share some responsibility. Yeah, Bill is wrong, right? But the other party is responsible too. You know, and it's like, again, it goes back to being more responsible and taking some accountability for your actions as well. Do not put yourself in those situations where something like this can happen.
So let me tell you what I heard, boss. I heard Judge Joe Brown describe the responsibility of the woman. I didn't hear any Judge Joe Brown describe any responsibility that the man has. Sex, drug, and rock and roll, and that's how it was, and this, and that. And that. Look, when a woman loses consciousness, she loses her ability to give consent. So, again, he has a right to his opinion. Me personally, I felt he was filibustering. I felt like he didn't answer the question. I felt like he was just talking over people, this, that, and the third. No one has to say that the woman is responsible. No one. Because it's said 75 quadrillion times. You advocated for responsibility on both parts. Well, that means that the man has responsibility as well as the woman. That's all I'm saying. I wasn't there. I don't know. I think he's guilty. I've already said that. You always talk about the woman's responsibility, and she's a hoe, and she's a groupie. But you never say, hey, I got these drugs in my pocket. And what I'm going to do, Dorm, is I'm going to ask the woman to take these drugs. She's going to say yes. Then she's going to lose consciousness, and then I'm going to have sex with her. What's up with my intention? That's all I'm saying. What's up with the responsibility? Is that predatory behavior? Why, yes, it is. And insofar as that's how it was. Well, it ain't that way no more.
Well, see, the whole thing is, I feel like this, and this is real talk. All right. The actor, the comedian, Bill Cosby, again, I like that guy. The actor, the comedian, Bill Cosby.
Me too. He's my idol.
I like that guy.
Me too.
The man. But if one of these instances were true, that guy that I like needs to be in jail.
Canceled.
And that's it.
R. Kelly style.
That's my whole take on this. Caller from the 404. State your name where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Show. What's good?
It's the Troublemaker.
Troublemaker.
I'm up here in the Poconos.
What's up, man? Pocono life. What's going on?
Yeah, I had to get out of Atlantic City, but I'm up here in the Poconos. But my thought on this is, when you are a star, you're supposed to uphold your standards more than Dawu standards. Dawu have his standards. Bill Cosby standards should have been more uplifting to facilitate in the people that follow him their minds to do better. He stands out. He's our forefront man to the standards of what black men supposed to have. And he didn't do that. He let his little head think more than his big head.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. He also abused his celebrity.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He abused his celebrity.
And many celebrities do.
Because, trust me, there's situations, I'm not even a celebrity, but just because of what I've done and who I've been around, I could have taken advantage of a lot of situations.
Absolutely.
I've been in places where I could have taken advantage of a lot of situations. I didn't because of who I am and how I was raised, 1. And 3, I didn't want to have to suffer any consequences behind my actions because just because of the moment, what the moment presented. Sometimes you have to learn to walk away, no matter how attractive something looks, no matter how good something looks. Sometimes you have to turn your ass around and walk the other way when you're presented with certain situations. I've learned to do that over the years because I've seen so many people get hemmed up, and celebrities that I'm cool with get hemmed up over something I know they didn't do, but they just put themselves in that situation when they should have taken themselves out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen that so many times. We have to be more cognizant about our environment, our surroundings, and say to ourselves.
I think Bill Cosby did it, but I think they added more to it so they can bury him even more than what they should have. And as far as everybody that was against him, like, you know, it was like they didn't want to see another. My man that played football that got away with this stuff. I can't think of his name right now.
OJ?
They didn't want to see another OJ get away with something. I really think they didn't want to see him get away with it. And it's a terrible situation, and I feel for the women that gets raped, because rape isn't an easy thing. You know, rape is very hard. It's a very serious matter. But the women play their part in it too. If you go to a man's room or go to his house and stay there at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you know what it is. Ain't no ifs and ands and buts about it. You know what it is. So they play their part into it too.
Right. Shout out to Ingrid. She said none of those people had the foresight to see any of this would catch up with them. That Hollywood black couch was a whole culture.
Absolutely.
Oh, facts.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, let me clap that because that's facts.
But my big thing is this: why did they wait so long? They sing the bag.
That's a lot of people's thing, right? That's a lot of people's thing. What, 30 years, whatever. And this is where a lot of the conspiracy theories come from too. You know, like 30 years, just all of a sudden, just a trickle down effect. You know, a whole domino effect of women just coming out the blue, blah, 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 this, that. And then you got to pick between who's telling the truth, who's not, who's telling the truth, who's not. And again, I say if one person was telling the truth, that one is enough.
So,
but at the same time, I think women that falsely accuse somebody of something need to be held accountable too. I think women that falsely accuse somebody of something need to do some jail time too. They need to get a charge too.
See, this really didn't start unraveling until Bill, as far as white people is concerned, and nothing against white people. I got a lot of white friends, but it didn't really come about till Bill's trying to step out of his position, or what they thought should have been his position, and try to buy that TV station.
So I would like to retort to Cass. Why so long? When they killed them 4 little girls, what was it, in Birmingham, whatever, burned up the church and whatever.
Blew up the church.
They caught that old piece of shit 50 years later. He was like 95 years old. And when they caught his behind, you know what I said? Hang him. I don't give a care if he's 94, 50 million years old. I said, yo, next thing. The woman that said Emmett Till whistled at her, 50 years later, she said he didn't do it. Word is born. Just look it up. She didn't do it. So ass in jail. I don't. 50 years later.
Emmett Till's mom was a gangster.
Let me finish.
Emmett Till's mom was a gangster, right?
Let me just finish my point. When you're talking about time frame, in my way of thinking, 50 years later, that old grandma that ain't got no teeth in her mouth and no eye in her head, go to jail. That racist piece of crap that killed those children 50, 60 years ago, and they're 100 years old talking about these niggas will never catch me. You're caught. You 100 years old? Bye. I am fully aware of the system that we live under. I'm fully aware of racism and white supremacy. I'm fully aware of how we don't get justice. And like when OJ got let out, we were applauding the fact that finally the justice system was favorable to us. I get all of that. What I'm saying, you a little rapey, bruh. Take your rich, privileged, sexist behind out of here. That's all I'm saying.
And just curious, a question for everybody, listeners, Kaz, Wu. Quick question: did Woody Allen do any jail time?
No.
Okay.
And Woody Allen Woody Allen married his daughter. That's the most yucky. That's more yucky than Bill. And he is free. And the dude from Seventh Heaven, the father on Seventh Heaven, was raping young children. They never canceled his show. As a matter of fact, he's still a working actor, and Seventh Heaven is in reruns. Your point.
I like what Lisa.
There's so many people out there that got away. Elvis. We can go all the way down the line.
Elvis is a pedophile.
Elvis.
No doubt.
Jerry Lee Lewis. Of course.
Jerry Lee Lewis. All of them. And they got away with it.
Yes,
but
they did.
See, just like you said, Will, it's privilege. If you black is wrong. If it's white is all right.
You know what? That's a whole another situation.
It is.
No doubt. Bro, thanks for calling. You coming Saturday or you can't make it this Saturday?
Yo, man, I'm trying to make it Saturday, you know what I mean? Because Pocono's kind of far. But you know, you my boy and everything, and I want to bring some stuff. I've been talking to Sandy a little bit, and I'm trying to like bring some stuff. You know what I mean?
She
I don't
told
want
me
to
you
be
think
like
those inboxes are private.
I'm a black man. Black man
told
brings food and stuff like that. Niggas be bringing aluminum foil and Tupperware.
Yes, we do.
I'm trying to be a black man.
Too black, too strong, baby.
No doubt. Thanks for calling in, bro. We got to get on with the show.
We'll figure it out. Me and Sandy will figure it out.
Respect.
Yeah, okay. All right.
All right.
Peace. Yo, Norm, Woody Allen is nasty as hell, yo. That's an excellent
Ingrid
point.
said Woody groomed a child.
Groomed a child.
Yeah.
And then married her.
I hate to say that. I can never say who, but I know somebody else that did something. A celebrity, a person famous that did that. You know what I'm saying? That I know that actually, this girl was like 14 years old.
Good God.
And
Aaliyah
he
style.
didn't do nothing with her, but he groomed her. And as soon as she got legal,
he jumped
it was
on
like
her.
bang. I was like, oh wow, bro, you really did that. You know, not cool with this person today, but when I think about Woody Allen now that I just connected the dots, I'm like, wow, yeah, I know somebody that actually did that. Ingrid said Bill was the casualty of the Me Too movement. Soon as he went to jail, everything got quiet. You notice that? And what's going on with Cuba Gooding? Because that's something
buddy.
But see, that's suspect. I can't put him in no Bill category. You can't put Cuba in that category.
No, I don't.
We seen the tape.
Yeah. I don't. I don't. But I hear my
But it shut him down.
daughter's voice in my head, and I hate to acknowledge it. Dad, you are a cisgendered male that has male privilege. And I was mad as hell when she said it. And we fought about it. We ain't talk about it, whatever. But dude, men, hello. Times have changed. Women have rights. And yes, there are hoes
Shout out to Dion.
and
Dion
opportunists and women that do the wrong things and women predators. If you a man and you a celebrity and you a predator, gotta cut that out, bro.
Oh man, Lee had a comment I wanted to read.
What did
I
he
don't
say?
see. I don't know if she deleted the comment. It was a good comment. I was reading it while Kaz was on the phone. I was trying to get it out. I can't find it.
Lee, send it in again if you don't mind.
Yeah, it was actually.
This is a very good conversation.
Definitely.
That wasn't
it was
Lee Smith.
It was a pretty big paragraph she had. But anyway, what happens next for Bill? That's how we're gonna end this off. What happens next for Bill?
Boss.
What do you think?
He's going to be a rich celebrity. His money is going to make money. And about 4 years from now, he's going to be on Netflix. Bill Cosby here and blah, 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 blah.
I think he's free, but he's done.
You think are you sure?
Yeah. Absolutely.
We'll see, boss.
Absolutely. Because you know what? It's all about endorsements and sponsorships when it comes to these celebrities and everything. And then again, once you're tainted,
that's a hard taint.
Yeah, innocent or guilty. Even if he was innocent, just having the stigma attached to him will shut him down. And this is with any celebrity. It's just like Woody Allen. Like, is he really getting invited to Hollywood parties now with the stigma? Now they got the documentary. We saw the HBO, I think, documentary with Mia Farrow versus Woody Allen or whatever.
Yeah. And his son was talking about him. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, once that stigma get attached to you, it's hard to bounce back from that. Ramoot said they kept going back to Bill's house. He didn't put any gun to these women's heads. The women should be held accountable too. But see,
that's what everyone says.
Again, you could say that.
Everyone says that.
You could say that. And
should he be held accountable?
I've always felt that too. Like, because some of these women kept going back.
Absolutely.
And some of the women that accused them kept going back.
Absolutely.
So what were you going back for? The drugs or the sex? Or both? Drugs,
to get
sex,
put through college.
Or to get put through college.
Yeah,
or whatever the case may be. Why do you return? And I know somebody's gonna say something, well, that's what happens. Sometimes the victim don't know they're a victim. And but I get all of that. There's nobody more, anti-sexual assault and anti-this than me. I get all of that. But why do you keep returning to these situations? Why do you still take the same pill each time you go back? Why do you keep having sex with him? You know what I'm saying? Why do you even deal with him and you know he's a married man? See, there's so many whys and whys and whys and whys. But again, none of this matters when you take the will of somebody. You know what I'm saying? None of this matters when you take the will of somebody.
Yes, sir.
And
yes,
so
sir.
My whole
That's right.
That's right. My whole thing is I don't know where Bill goes from here, but I do think he's done in Hollywood because you got 50, probably 60% of the population that still rock with Bill and say he's innocent. And then you got 40%, 40% that's outraged that he's been released from jail. I mean, he was only doing 3 to 10 anyway. That's for an old man, that's a long time. But they were saying he was going to get out on his 3rd year anyway. Because of his age.
Half the country, me and you included, did not want to see Trump president. But guess what happened? The other half did. So what I would say is he has millions upon millions upon millions of fans and defenders out there. Mm-hmm. And if he should so choose to give new material to his fans, millions upon millions upon millions of people are going to buy it. General, 3 years from now, right? Mm-hmm. Let Bill start touring the jazz clubs. Bill is back. Jack, it's going to be it's going to be people going and paying money for a ticket to sit in the front row and yell rapists. But they're going to spend their money to do so.
To yell rapists.
Which is advantageous for him. Let Bill cry in the bed of money. He's going to be fine. And I really do think he's going to start slow and quiet. Remember the guy, the white comedian that pulled his penis out and was jerking off in front of people and everybody canceled him? Guess what? He went back to the comedy clubs and slowly started. I think them old people, and there's a lot of people online that support him and say white supremacy took Bill down because he tried to buy NBC. They are going to protest with their dollar if Bill is healthy. If Bill is so old and he can't do it. But if that man got some steam, somebody going to come see him, bro. Just like people watch Woody Allen movies now. They do. That's where we live at now.
Last question. A question that relates to the subject. Felicia Rashad. Why do you think she made the comment, made the statement, and then why do you think she deleted it from her social media? Because my thing is, I don't care how you react to something, I'm not deleting anything I believe in, or I'm not deleting anything I stand by. Nobody could put that pressure on me. You know what I'm saying? Even something that, there's some things I've put up and there's some things I've said, and people are like, yo, you might need to take that down because whatever. And I left it up there. Because that's what I said. So why do you think she deleted that comment?
Because
pressure from Howard University, pressure from her followers, pressure from people that was attacking her, like Kerry Washington and Janet Hubert. Go ahead.
Because of what you have taught me. Because of the numerous times that I've got on this radio show and in my emotions and said some unwise things. Your word, she's being strategic. She makes her money based upon her perception and celebrity. Yes, she's the dean of Howard University, but she still acts. So that public pressure got to her and she said, okay, let me take this down. So for me, she expressed her opinion, right? She saw the lynch mob coming. And she pulled back. My advice to Felicia, Miss Rashad is, Dr. Rashad is, be quiet. In 2 weeks, it'll be some other scandal, some other thing everyone's upset about. Fall back, give your little mea couples to the people, and move on. But that backlash is harsh. It's really, really harsh. And it's only because a lot of us love her as a person and the work she's done that she has not been canceled outright.
Facts.
Because this is a storm with Bill.
Shout out to Stephanie Mills. Stephanie Mills came out, made a statement, and spoke on behalf of Felicia Rashad, and she attacked Howard University too. Basically
Stephanie
saying,
is a gangster.
Yeah, she said the same thing I said. She's like, well, y'all really feel that way about Bill Cosby? Give back all them donations that Bill made over the years to that college. Give back the donations. She said the same thing. And she also said, was saying what I was saying. Like, y'all taking it out of context. Before, y'all should have asked that lady what she meant by it. Because when I first read it, I felt as though she was attacking the system. She was talking about the system.
Me too. I felt
not
like that.
Bill Cosby's actions.
Right.
She was talking about the system, and right away, women went in attacking the system. You know. So again, he's to those that he's guilty, that think he's guilty, he's always going to be guilty in y'all eyes. So him being released early doesn't mean nothing. Him being released from prison early doesn't mean a damn thing.
He got convicted and served time.
And he's still going to continue to be punished.
Boss.
He can't work like he wants to work.
But listen, he's out. Whatever the permutations of this thing is. Do you put the show back on the air? With the reruns and all the other actors in the Cosby show?
On some networks, it's still on the air.
So you think they're going to be like a full court press to? You know what I'm trying to say? That show makes a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of money.
You know,
should those actors be punished?
Yeah, I don't think they should. I don't think they should. We still hear like MJ, and that's questionable.
Yes,
absolutely. I'm never going to stop playing MJ music. I'm sorry. I did. Yes, as a DJ, I did stop playing R. Kelly. I did.
As long as you said that, I was about to say play MJ, not R. Kelly.
I did.
Okay,
I did.
We agree. I can't rock R. Kelly. Can't do that.
Everybody saw the tape on R. Kelly. Everybody knew what it was. Everybody knew the Leah story, whatever like that.
Yeah.
Where everything is now, even with MJ, they're coming out and saying that the guys lied. One of the boys themselves even came out and said he lied.
I'm lying.
And his parents pressured him to say whatever.
Hey boss.
Mm-hmm.
What does Oprah think and Gail?
Oh, they are shutting up through this whole situation. They are shutting up through this whole situation.
Kobe,
I lost a lot of, I'm sorry, I can have my own opinion, but over the years I've lost a lot of respect for Oprah and Gail.
Me too.
Y'all rock with them if you want to, whatever case may be. I watch how they move and how they pick and choose certain things.
Absolutely.
And it turned me off. That turned me off. Shout out to Dion. Dion said, talk about it. How come they will not give back that money? Yeah. And that's how I feel. Like why none of these colleges, y'all giving taking his awards away and taking his doctoring, his degrees away, y'all taking all this away, but y'all ain't giving back them checks.
Boss.
I have an issue with that.
I hear you. I agree.
Hypocrites, man.
Great talking point. They are not giving that spent money back. They're not. And the building with his name on it and the residual money that they get for being associated with him, they're not giving the money back. Oh, well, hypocrisy. The next thing, hey, boss, my heroes. Damn, bruh. It's like my little conspiracy theory. Man, like everybody that I love, like Martin Luther King, but he was a womanizer. Bill Cosby, but it's like I just feel like, and Michael Jackson is dead, and Whitney is dead. Like my whole childhood from the 70s, 80s. What I got left? Stephanie. I got Stephanie left. And Steve, I got Stevie Wonder. Everybody else, bro, they done dismantled black excellence across the board.
You know what? Questions I always wanted to ask about crimes, about crimes or whatever in the eye of the public, as far as when it comes to the public, to y'all, the listeners, whatever like that. Can a murderer be forgiven? Can a rapist be forgiven?
I'm more likely, my personal opinion.
Pedophiles to me are never forgiven. Are never forgiven at all. But can we forgive someone that sexually assaulted somebody? Can this person ever change? Can this person change? That's a question I have for y'all, the listeners. Can a rapist change? Can a person that's a predator of sexual assault change? Can they change?
You killing me. It's easier to forgive a murderer to Dawood than a rapist. But can someone change? Absolutely. That doesn't take away from the consequences of the act that they perpetrated. You can change, you can go to God, and you could be the greatest person in the world. but the way you're treated, the way you move forward in life, like the female cop that killed the guy in his house and the judge hugged him and whatever, forgave him. I ain't with forgiving her, bruh. You understand? So I was going to be like, well, I can forgive a murderer easier than I can a rape. Can I? Ah! You know what I mean?
That's a hard question, right?
That's a hard question, bro.
Yeah. Let me read Lee Smith. Shout out to Lee Smith.
Go ahead, Lee.
Lee said, most people have the problem of separating truth and fiction. Now separate Dr. Huxtable from Bill Cosby as Bill as a person in truth. And his own admission is now and forevermore a sex offender. His words. This man has told us who he is regardless of the money he's given to these universities. Hell, that too is him saying, if I give this money, they won't or brush it under the rug about his dealings with women and drugging them. They will brush it under the rug. Yeah. I get what you're saying, Lee. Sometimes people feel as though the money would make you forget more serious problems and more serious issues. Now, I will say this, okay? I will say this. Now, when Bill gave money, I think he was doing that because that's his nature. He didn't want to help kids, period.
Yeah, he's about
kids
black
overall.
excellence.
He's about black excellence and all that, and black empowerment and all this, whatever. And again, it's the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde syndrome.
Absolutely.
It's the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde syndrome.
And the idolatry, hero worship of our celebrities.
Yeah. I mean, Dr. Jekyll was doing some great things.
Yeah, he was a great scientist.
Yeah. And Mr. Hyde
was
shanking people.
I promise you, on this airway, Dawood, not Norm, Dawood, cancel Kanye West because he said that slavery was a choice. And we had this big, long conversation and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I think he's a genius. I think Kanye got some mental issues and brilliant and everything else, okay? I took umbrage with that. If I cancel Kanye West, what you think I'm going to do for Bill? So just for me, just my personal thing, like his intention with some women, I'm very uncomfortable with. He'll be all right. He doesn't need my support. He doesn't need my condolences. There are a million apologists for Bill Cosby. All you got to do is walk out the door and a whole bunch of people saying he innocent, this and the other. So my little, lack of endorsement is not going to hold Bill Cosby no kind of way. It's just that I just wanted to speak out against like, yo, bro, that particular behavior.
Right.
And you're a groupie and this is how it was. It ain't that way now. And if you are a black celebrity, you got to be strategic.
Facts. Kim Cherie said you forgive the person for you, not for them. If you don't forgive, you keep giving that person the power over you. Facts. Kim says you just tried calling. I didn't see the call pop up. Kim, you calling the right number?
Please try to call. Hey, Kim, you molest my son or rape my daughter? I'm not that spiritual. I'm not that magnanimous. As a matter of fact, eat shit and die, hate you. Just saying. I mean, I try to be as spiritual and as loving and I try. But when it's me personally, my daughter, my niece, my son, so then what I try to do is be like, but that's someone else's daughter. That's someone else's son.
I've seen society give murderers second chances. I've seen society do that. I don't see society giving rapists or second chances.
That's
tough. Now listen. Not again with anything. There's levels, right? There's levels. So sexual assault is grabbing somebody's booty and running. That's sexual assault.
Absolutely.
So somebody get caught or slapped on the wrist for that, whatever like that. We'll forgive them. Like we probably would forgive them because think about it, we as kids, some of us we did it.
So does this make me a hypocrite? In mental health, I have serviced patients that were rapists.
Okay.
Let me say that again. And I'm vehemently against them. And don't forgive them. I gave them service. Why? They served their time. Society said, hey, you raped this person, you go to jail, they serve their time. I'm about rehabilitation. So it's like, it's a tough issue. Like, do I say, I quit? I will not provide mental health service to this rapist. Is that what I said? No. I looked that chart up, like, damn, this joker's a rapist. You know what I'm trying to say? But I didn't withhold my service.
Right.
So I have the ability to separate my personal and my professional. So that's all I wanted to say. It's me being a hypocrite.
Try calling again. The number is
646-233-1302. Please call again.
Yeah, man. I'm glad we had this conversation, this dialogue, and everything, because I like to, it's a touchy subject, so I like to hear people's different views and different opinions and everything. And I like the first story we covered too on the Mount Laurel rapist, and everybody
try Jesus, not me.
Yeah, everybody came and checked them on it. And then we got to start shutting things. When we see wrongdoing, y'all, we got to start shutting it down. I don't care whether you black, white, Asian, Latino, whatever. When we see wrongdoing, period, we got to just start shutting it down. You know why? Because this world is getting crazy and crazier. Crazier, man. It's like, it's a lot of crazy-ass things going on.
It really is. It really is.
Look at in politics. Like, we're not even talking about how they just destroying the voting rights. You know, like they just
voter suppression like a mug.
Yo, but they are really trying to take voting rights back to the 40s. You know what I'm saying? Like they trying to take it back to the 40s, beyond the 60s, the 40s, and everything. And they setting it up in a way so strategically and legally where we're not even seeing it coming.
Hey, General, here's my paranoia. They're taking away voting rights. They're pushing us back to the 40s and the 30s, the way they treat black people. But hey, go have a cookout. You got a holiday. So it's like what they're doing in Atlanta with that voter suppression is a serious.
It's all over now.
And now that it's all over, and we're like, hey, let's cook out. Look, Juneteenth is a federal holiday. Respect. I think it should be. But, bruh, where should our attention be lying? Because you're saying that voter suppression thing is spreading. And while we're like, we got a black female vice president and we got a national holiday, meanwhile, they taking our rights away. And it's time to vote again in a couple of years. And, yo, pay attention and grow up.
No, Diva, I don't see the number popping up at all. So I don't know what's going on.
Diva always could be able to call. What's
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it popping up. I don't hear the thing. When she calls, something must be something going on. The last call we got logged is Kaz and Ingrid. I don't even see.
The man does not want our listeners to get in contact with us.
It's all good because we'll be back.
we'll be.
Yeah, we'll be back and everything. Listen, man. I want to thank everybody for rocking out again with the Man Cave Morning Show.
Thank you for your patience.
With Storm, Norm, and Deacon Woo.
Dig it.
We appreciate you all. Love you all.
Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah. We'll be back with more topics.
Soon.
More discussions.
Nuanced discussions.
Yes. Anything you want us to talk about, make sure you hit us up and everything.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
Hope everybody's enjoying the holiday weekend.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
For y'all holiday. Independence Day. 4th of July. Y'all holiday.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
I celebrated Juneteenth already. My extended celebration is going to be this Saturday. This Saturday is going down for the throwback. Remember the last throwback party that we did for my birthday? Well, this one is for me and Sandy's anniversary. It's our 5-year anniversary.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
And we having a 70s, 80s, 90s themed throwback cookout.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
It was RSVP only, invite only to the cookout. It's going to be at my house. And everything. We're going to have some fun this Saturday. We kick off at 3 p.m. And just going to enjoy ourselves, man. Family's coming through. My family's coming through. Friends coming through. People that just support, certain people that support, they coming through and everything. So we're going to have a good time. So it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting.
We celebrate Wakanda and Juneteenth. Just so you know.
No doubt. Just remember, man, this show's never about us.
It's always about you.
Because
you are
the next best kept secret. And we'll see y'all soon.
Love y'all. Respect.
Love y'all. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Dig it.
All right? Be safe out there. Take care of yourself, man. Start supporting each other. All right, and time
It's
to
the
unite.
Man Cave Morning Show.
When you see something wrong,
Speak
unite.
on it. That's right.
Speak against it.
That's right.
Peace and blessings.
One.